Hello! Welcome back to Age with Beauty, where we are here to give you some good advice, maybe some new tips, something you haven't heard about, something that is actually good for you. In this video, we're going to be showing you how we made sea moss. Yes, sea moss, and it's full of protein and it's good for you. And what you're seeing right now are actually pictures of the sea moss with different sides of food. In some we have the hard-boiled eggs, we have our stuffed olives, which we love, we have lots of good nut milk that you're seeing here. And the nut milk is something we actually did with our Nama one. This is the sea moss, and it's after it's been cleaned. This is once it's already put into the jars. And these are the jars I've been keeping it in. You can put it on whatever type of jar you want. Here I'm cleaning the sea moss, and you can see that you do have to go ahead and clean some things out of it. It's not a whole lot, usually maybe something dark here and there, and it's really not hard to do. What I did was I soaked it, and I soaked it in good water, and I rinsed it twice a day, 3 times a day. Do as many as you can, 2 to 3 times a day, 4 if it makes you feel better. And I keep it in the refrigerator overnight, and once that's done, then you're ready to go ahead and do your final rinse with, again, some good water, as you can see I'm doing here. And that's water from our filtered jug. And it's coming clean, it looks good. Now it's gonna go in the blender. And what you're gonna do is really and truly end up playing around with different flavors. The way it can come out like a type of whipped topping or some type of just garden spread is easy. You're gonna put more of the liquid that you wanna put in there for flavor. Some people might wanna put a broth, or some people might wanna put water, which I did. I put water, and I also put sometimes, for the cheese taste, I put some nut milk, and with nuts, as you can see here. This one came out more like a yummy, vibrant garden cheese that was very thick. It was nice and thick. And the more you do this, really and truly, the more it gets easier and easier. As you can see, the seasonings, the paprika, you can put some smoked paprika, you can put parsley, you can put some flaxseed and some chia seeds, which, by the way, those two need to be blended before you put them into something, so that you're actually getting something out of the nutrition portion of them. Now here's some nut butter. The nut butter is great in there. This one's sunflower nut butter, and it actually worked really great. Oh, it was so good. And here's the Celtic sea salt that I'm throwing in. It was just such a wonderful pleasure to go ahead and make the ones that we have made so far, and we blend them you probably have to blend it 2 to 3 times. As you can see, you could put tamarack in there. How many people are not really using tamarack? You have to be implementing tamarack if you're trying to be healthy. And there's our nut milk on the side. Boy, that stuff came out so good. It had vanilla, some Celtic sea salt again, and some stevia or whatever sweetener you want to put in. And there's the smoked paprika. Boy, I love that stuff. Yep. And so here we go. We're going to be blending this soon. Here you go, some nutritional yeast. That's really good for you, and too many of us are not getting that, especially over the age of 50. This nutritional yeast is going to be a lifesaver. We also wanted to remind you that if you want it to be thicker, again, like a cheddar cheese, which we had 2 that came out really, really just like cheddar, and what it had was more walnut and walnut nut butter, and it had the pepper, the yellow pepper was in there. This one came out more like a garden, as you can see everything that's in there. I love the garlic though in there, and I love onion in there, and it was delicious. And again, as a side dish, see, you can see how thick this one is. This one was definitely like a cheese, a healthy cheese, a delicious, yummy, healthy cheese that went very well on the side. And I need the iron and the protein, as many of us do. In my other video, I talk about what we need to be doing to actually get to the root of making sure we have the iron and the protein working, because your gut has to be healthy. And we have that yogurt, make your own yogurt, that SIBO yogurt video. You want to definitely check that out, because that SIBO yogurt, 6 months, and it just got everything so much better. It feels like if I had a leaky gut, which I was pretty sure I did from having taken too much penicillin growing up and having been kind of sickly growing up and anemic, etc. So I was pretty sure I had a leaky gut. So the SIBO yogurt has just been a lifesaver. I recommend you actually go over there and look at it. It's not that hard. I tried to make it as simple as possible, and it did the work. It did the job. As you can see here, this was right after we did it, so it actually got even thicker than this later on. As you can see, it's right there. You have a spread. You can put in tacos. You can put on a burger. And I mean, think about that. You don't even have to cut up onions separately, garlic, and all this stuff. If you put this inside a burger or on a burger, you've got all the seasonings you need. And it's a one-shot deal. Here you have the wasa. We put the spread on the wasa. Delicious, so good, so nutritious. We're thinking of doing the Dukan diet soon, so you might want to come back and see how we're doing from that. And the protein, again, I don't mind doing the Dukan diet because it does have a lot of protein. Of course, this sea moss made my nails start growing faster. My hair was growing faster. I actually, the last month, trimmed my hair twice, and the end of last month trimmed, just to take off some ends that I wasn't really quite happy with. Please come back and see us again at Age with Beauty. We are so glad that you are here for us, and we want to be there for you. Be blessed.